Hello and welcome, and in this video I would just like to give you an overview of the responses option. So come down to the Windows Start button, select all programs, come across to Sculptor 3 and select the Sculptor icon. And we can close the welcome screen and then go up to the toolbar and select the responses option. Now you can see that in between the videos I went in and I had a session with our affirmation, and this is for day one, and you can see that I can now move this window around. We can stretch it out so we can see them all, but now we can go and look at our responses that we had in our session. Now with the responses, there's no real need to go in and look at them unless, say, a situation arose where you'd done a couple of affirmations on prosperity and you really wasn't seeing some really big change in what was happening. And then you might want to come here and you'd start looking at some of the responses to see if you can find any clues as to why you might be blocking the manifestation of that thing that you're affirming. So, for example, you might see that several of your responses were mentioning deservability. And of course, if that was the case, you might be better off using an affirmation like, I now deserve to be prosperous. And that way we're addressing the actual concern. But one very important point is, though, that we don't spend any time analysing or thinking about any of our negative responses. We're just really making the invisible some of the reasons that we've got in the unconscious for why we can't have what we're affirming. We're just bringing them up, making them visible and releasing them. So we don't want to pay any attention to the responses, and in time these responses, you should imagine, well not imagine, you would expect within a couple of days they're going to start turning and being positive. So if we have a look at some of our responses here, and like I say, we wouldn't ordinarily come and look at them, but just for this example we'll just show you a couple. Boy, you got to be joking, no way, we had a blank, but this does not sound right. And then suddenly we're getting some responses, okay, yeah, I remember a time when I found $20, but why can't I pay the bills? And then, okay, come on, I'm open to receive. So we're starting to get these different responses now, where we've got some that are being truthful and out of the unconscious they're revealing reasons why we don't think this can happen. But then as we start releasing these reasons from the unconscious, we're going to start getting it's almost like our inner coach is going to come in there and it's going to start saying, yeah, why we can have it, and yes, I can do it, I can, yes, I'm using affirmations, I'm in charge of my life, yes, come on, yeah, boy, B-O-Y, boy, I'm feeling very open. So, yes, so with our responses, if you're curious and you've got to about day 6, and here's how we change the responses for the different days. We can come in here and we can have a look at some of our responses, but like I say, it's not necessary to really think too much about the responses, but just allow them to free flow into the mind. And the only time we would come and have a look is if we feel that we could benefit by addressing some of the issues that are contained within the responses. So just select OK to close that window, and this completes our video on the responses. Thank you very much.